All right, guys. Hey, so in today's video, I wanted to talk about how dating in 2025 is a nightmare, frankly, in my opinion. Like between dating apps and social media and then texting after that, like it's all it's so disconnected, and it can feel like there's a lot of opportunity out there, but in my experience, it's really kind of like a big illusion and it's really quite desolate, I would say. Like I was telling my friend that like yeah, using those apps is more empty than the Fallout wasteland. But it's actually true. Like, it's true. There's really not much going on in my opinion. And I find it hard to keep a conversation going on there, let alone creating plans with somebody. And then on top of that, actually, having someone that will respond and show up, um like I think we're really missing that human element. That's one thing that these apps and the internet does not capture, is that that emotion when you're in the room with somebody, what their voice sounds like, body language kind of thing. And there's just energy that kind of radiates, when you're in a room with somebody in person, right, that you do not get on the internet. And I think that's why things feel so cold and disconnected. And I talked about this in a previous video, but I think the answer is really just to get out and do activities in person, like group activities if you want to meet people. Not necessarily for, getting a date, but I mean, I think meeting somebody that you like is kind of like a byproduct of going out and being social. So like I think you would go out, be social, try to have fun, and if you meet somebody, that's an awesome bonus. I don't think you just go out and meet somebody, but for the sake of looking for a partner. Like I think it kind of happens more as a byproduct of you going out and having fun. I mean, for me personally, like here in I live in Vancouver, Canada, and things are so expensive here. People are hesitant to go out and do stuff, and also there's a lot of people doing drugs, and there's crime happening in like the downtown area, where the clubs are. It's like, it's not really, well, for me, I've never really been somebody who wants to go to clubs in the first place, but like the fact that it's kind of dangerous around those areas makes me just like, yeah, no, I really don't want to go now. And also for me, staying out super late and getting drunk and stuff just never really seemed appealing to me. I mean, it's for me personally, it's pretty tough because I have a health condition where I really can't be drinking, like, because it really messes my body up, gut wise. So yeah, I feel like I'm in a bit of a bind when it comes to meeting new people. But I think for me, I'll probably discuss this more in another video. But once I start feeling better, then I'll go out and do some physical related activities. Might be more up my alley, And I think it's kind of about, you definitely have to do some digging, but I think it's a lot about finding, out of these activities you can do to meet new people in your area, like what kind of fits you well, right? Do you like going out at night, partying and having a good time, drinking and stuff? Or are you looking for something healthier, something you can do during the daytime, right? So, finding a solution that works for you. And you might have to look, and you'll probably have to try out different things to figure out what you like and what you're good at, And I think that's all part of the journey. And I think for me, my health is a bit screwed up right now, I'm going to be honest. And I need to focus on fixing my health first before I can move on to that next step of getting out more. Yeah, that's gonna be my next video, talking about what's going on with my health. But yeah, I would say it's a great idea to go out, learn to be social. It might feel weird in today's day and age. I feel like everybody's forgotten how to socialize. Me too, and it's been awkward for me. But it's possible, to change, to grow, to experience new things, to get out of your comfort zone. And I think it'll make you happier in the end. Yeah, but the world we live in these days is very different. yeah, it's disconnected. People don't really know how to socialize as well. Things, at least here for me in the city, are expensive, and yeah, things don't seem as safe as they used to be here, at least. Hopefully you live somewhere safer, but like for me, going out late at night is like, I guess I'd have to do it with a group of friends. But the thing is, my friends are kind of a little bit older now. And, you know, when you're kind of single and a lot of people you know are in relationships, it's also, again, that's another difficult thing. But I think the point is, you know, not really to think about all these things that are making things worse, like, or things that make your situation harder, but just doing what you got to do, you know, and kind of forgetting about all that. I think it's easy to come up with excuses and be like, oh yeah, my life sucks. My life is hard, you know, and then just not doing anything because of that. But I think you got to take action. You got to practice being, you know, who you want to be every day to pull yourself up. Because no one else is going to do it for you, right? I mean, that would be awesome if someone else did, but in my experience, that's not how it is. Yeah. And I think for me personally, like, I'm trying to work on fixing my sleep up, and I'm trying to improve myself, like learning new things, and also I know I need to start exercising more, something I've been kind of slacking on personally. Yeah, these are all things that I need to work on. My goal is to change over time and grow, you know, and I know that who I am being right now isn't exactly the ideal solution for, you know, what I want to accomplish. And I think it's about kind of changing your daily habits and, you know, what you're doing on a daily basis in order to direct your life in the direction that you want to go, you know, and take things further. Whether that's you getting a better job or moving somewhere or you know, just changing your life in general, right? I think it's, in my experience, you know, it's good to be in a good spot, but I think it's always good to be improving yourself and preparing yourself for anything as well. Like, you never know when things are gonna hit the fan, right? And I think you want to be prepared. You don't want to be trying to figure everything out when stuff is hitting the fan. Anyways, guys, I think I'm done ranting about all this, and I'm excited to make more videos and share more and talk about more topics and stuff because I have a lot of ideas to share, and you know, I think I just feel this obligation to talk about it and share my thoughts. You know, we have a limited time, and you know, to keep all these things to myself would be a shame, you know, and I think it's way better to be sharing things in order to be able to help people and hopefully make some sort of a difference in the end. Anyways, thank you guys all so much for watching. You guys can click up here to check out my recent video where I was talking about, I think that was talking about being single and how it's an opportunity. Make sure to hit like and subscribe as well. All right. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I'll catch you guys later.